So, you're dealing with a Virgo, and maybe you're getting the silent treatment. Maybe the Virgo's acting really weird, shady lately, and you're wondering what is going on. Are you about to be ghosted? Well, you're in the right place because I'm here to help you to figure out whether or not you're about to be ghosted. Let's talk about the 5 signs as to how to tell if a Virgo, man or woman, all right, this is for Virgo men and women alike. All right, this is also for all different types of relationships. So this can be platonic, this can be romantic, this can be any way it relates to your life. Keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that every situation is unique and no one situation is the same. So, if need be, take some of this with a grain of salt, all right? But yes, these are the 5 signs that a Virgo man or woman may be about to ghost you, all right? So let's talk about it. By the way, if you're new to my channel, first of all, I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. And I would love to do a reading for you. If you'd be interested in a personal reading from me, definitely reach out on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Of course, you can also text me at 703-791-9162 for a personal reading. You can email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. And know that I do different types of readings. Phone readings do have same-day priority. All other readings do typically take 1 to 2 days, 1 to 3 days or less. And yes, I do birth chart readings, natal chart readings as well. So let's talk about that. If you would be interested in a reading, once again, my website is lamarrtownsendtarot.com, and this is my website right here. So once you've reached this page, know you're on the right page. This is my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. So you can scroll down, follow me on Twitch where I do monthly horoscopes, become a member of my Patreon, check out my podcast on Spotify. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have verified purchase readings from me. Also, of course, you can scroll down and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Now, if you would like a reading, you would go directly to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, and products, classes, and different things that I offer. As you can see, I do birth chart readings, both compatibility birth chart readings and individual birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I do phone psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings, where I record myself doing your reading and then email you the link to keep forever. I do dream interpretation readings. I do astrology classes, tarot classes, spiritual self-development classes, and so much more. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, once again, do not hesitate to reach out on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. All right. So thank you all for being here. Let's get right into the topic. Let's not wait any further. Let's talk about 5 signs that a Virgo is about to ghost you. Virgo is an earth sign. Let's start right there. Virgo is an earth sign, traditionally ruled by Mercury, the planet Mercury, and it actually rules the 6th house. So Virgo is associated with our health, our approach to our health. Virgo is also associated with one's association with their work and their job. It's also associated with one's sense of self-improvement, their approach to their daily routine, their approach to their sense of organization, and things of this nature. So these are all things a Virgo is associated with. Virgo by nature can be very analytical, very methodical. They are thinkers. Remember, Mercury is also associated with intellect, the mind, and learning, things of this nature. So Virgos by nature are thinkers, they're planners, they're doers, and they're big on consistency, all right? So let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the number 1 sign that a Virgo might be ghosting you soon. And we talked about this a little bit. Is number 1 is that they go quiet. Virgos by nature are people who can be quiet. Once again, by nature, Virgos are people who can be very reserved people. And tend to keep to themselves for the most part, unless they are fully comfortable in the presence, of people or someone, once again, that they feel comfortable with. So if a Virgo no longer feels comfortable in your presence for whatever reason, or comfortable with your relationship, they may go quiet. Going quiet is a Virgo's way of trying to consider, first of all, maybe their way of gaining more balance in their life, but also could be a way of them taking time to consider what to do about your relationship further. So it's best to give Virgo space when they go quiet, but also, it's okay to ask them questions if everything is okay, but try not to intrude too much. Respect a Virgo's boundaries, okay? But the number one sign that something may be off definitely could be that they go quiet. Once again, they can be quiet people by nature, but if they're more quiet than usual, that's maybe a red flag that maybe either they're going through something, or depending on your situation, they may be thinking of ghosting you soon. The next one is a bit tricky and kind of goes with that kind of Mercury mentality, what I was talking about. Mercury rules the mind, it rules communication, it rules intellect. So Virgos by nature, even though they're the earth signs, and even though they're traditionally ruled by the 6th house, and Gemini is more so associated with the mind and the intellect aspect of Mercury, Virgo still has those aspects within them too. So they are thinkers, all right? They're planners. Like I said, they're doers. They're methodical. So a Virgo is someone who's really good at kind of like the Jedi mind trick kind of thing, where when they're overly criticizing of you, that could be their way, if they are going to ghost you, that could be their way of making you seem like you're kind of the problem, so that when they do ghost you, you already know, the reasons why they may have already ghosted you based on their criticisms of you, So if a Virgo's overly critical of you, it could be a sign that they're, potentially thinking of ghosting you or something like that, or are literally giving you reasons as to why they're planning to ghost you, if they're overly critical of you. The interesting thing here is that Virgos are also overly critical of themselves too. So sometimes to get a Jedi mind tricker, you gotta play the same kind of trick or game. So take that for what you will. But this is definitely could be a sign that they are thinking about potentially ghosting you if they're becoming overly critical. Once again, this could be their way of subconsciously letting you know the reasons why they're planning to ghost you. So pay attention when Virgos do that, all right? Once again, it's like they can be very kind of passive people too. So instead of directly telling you, hey, I'm going to ghost you, they'll just list all the reasons why they, may more than likely ghost you, so it's like, they may criticize you for your weight. They may criticize you, for, your lack of resources. They may criticize you for this or that. And once again, in the end, these may all be reasons why they end up ghosting you. So just be mindful of these types of things. Let's talk about number 3. The number 3 reason why a Virgo, or the number 3 sign that a Virgo might be about to ghost you soon. In my opinion, the number 2 sign that a Virgo is about to ghost you is that they ignore you. Alright? This is pretty synonymous with all the earth signs as a sign that they might be about to ghost you soon, is when they start ignoring you. Because earth signs, especially Virgo, they're signs, they're energies where they're very particular about where they focus their attention, their energy, and their efforts, and their intentions towards. So, and keep in mind, Virgos by nature are very consistent people. So if a Virgo ignoring you has not been the consistent norm in your relationship, but suddenly they're ignoring you, that could be a sign that either there's something going on, and maybe, eventually you and this Virgo need to talk when you and them are ready, or they're possibly about to ghost you, alright? It kind of ties into number 2. It's more so like a passive-aggressive way. And a Virgo will be the kind of person where it's like, oh, I didn't get your text, or oh my, I'm so sorry, this and that happened. There's always like an excuse. So, they also, will give you excuses or something like that, can also be a sign that they are potentially about to ghost you. So, if a Virgo ignores you and it's not like the norm of them to do that, once again, that could be a sign that maybe this Virgo could potentially be ghosting you soon. And there's a need for you to pay attention to those red flags, or that red flag, alright? Let's move into sign number 4. Sign number 4 that a Virgo is about to ghost you is that they exclude you. Alright? Now, by nature, Virgos can be very compartmentalized people. So, by nature, Virgos aren't the types of people who feel the need to invite a certain person everywhere, in terms of their life, So, it's like, a Virgo's not the type of person to invite you to the grocery store to go shopping, if that's not their thing. Maybe, they're very detailed, very focused people. So, maybe they like to shop alone or something like that. But maybe there's consistent things that you do together that they start excluding you from. Maybe, your thing as friends or acquaintances or whatever, you are. Maybe your thing was going to the movies every week or every month or, something like that. But suddenly the Virgo's going to the movies and not bringing you along or not letting you know whether they're going by themselves or whether they're going with other people. All right. These could be signs of them excluding you could definitely be signs that maybe this person, this Virgo, is thinking of potentially ghosting you at some point. All right. Once again, you have to look at patterns. Virgos are people who are very particular about patterns. Once again, they're about consistency. So you've got to pay attention to a Virgo's patterns, which is why you never want to assume or take things too personal with a Virgo, because they're very consistent patterned type of people. So going back to the movie theater kind of example, if a Virgo by nature is used to going to the movies alone, and every now and then they exclude you from that kind of thing, well, you have to be mindful of taking that too seriously. Once again, Virgos do like their boundaries. They do like their boundaries being respected. So, if you are able to respect a Virgo's boundaries, you may fare better with dealing with a Virgo. So be careful with number 4 and taking it too personally. All right, but be able to read between the lines, because by nature, Virgos are people that read between the lines. So you'll know when it's shade and when it's not shade with a Virgo if you know them really well. All right, based on their patterns. All right, so based on their patterns, them excluding you can be a sign, or depending on your situation, may not necessarily be a sign. Once again, like I said at the beginning, take some of these with a grain of salt. That they may or may not be about to ghost you soon. All right, or things of that nature. The last sign, this is number 5, the number 5 sign that a Virgo is about to ghost you. And I think this is probably the number 1 telltale sign, is that they push you away. Alright? So, a Virgo who pushes you away is definitely, a telltale sign that this Virgo is probably about to ghost you. If you're always the one reaching out, but a Virgo is always pushing you away, that's probably a sign, that this Virgo is either already ghosting you or is in the process of ghosting you. And they kind of want you to get the picture. Once again, a Virgo is a passive-aggressive type of person at times. When a Virgo pushes you away, once again, be mindful that Virgos are big on setting boundaries. So when a Virgo pushes you away, they are setting a boundary with you. Alright, they are saying, I need my space, I need my boundaries, please respect my boundaries. So when you get the push away, the best thing to do is to respect their boundaries. And if that's the case, maybe, kind of pull your energy back from them before they have the chance to do the same thing to you, alright? The good thing about ghosting is that, sometimes people can't come back. But ghosting always leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. So these are all just, some things that you may want to pay attention to when dealing with a Virgo, man or woman, whether you're in a gay, straight, relationship or, a friendship, platonic, romantic, family, or otherwise. All right. Apply these scenarios, apply these examples to your situation, and hopefully I was able to help a little bit. All right. Thank you for listening and watching. Once again, make sure you also like, share, and subscribe. I am Lamarr Townsend. Remember, I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer, and I'm also available for personal readings, so do not hesitate to reach out for a reading. All right. Love and light. God bless.